How do, folks? We're back with more Dungeons & Dragons, finally.
Yay!
Hooray.
Yeah. So, when we left off, our motley crew adventurers were absconding from the scene of the incident. I mean, and Eric's right, there were a bunch of crimes committed there, but it wasn't all crimes. It was mostly crimes.
Listen.
Destruction of property, arson, murder, theft,
citizen trafficking. That's a crime that was being committed there. That we
trafficking sentience. So
Yep.
That is against law in Sultesh.
Also, I will say that, I like to think that we're, strolling away, meandering away, skipping away, maybe.
You are not slinking away. You are correct. You're not. I will say this. I'm certain Cameron, at a minimum, is not trying to move away without being noticed. He doesn't care. I'm guessing.
Cameron not being noticed is hard. He's realized this. So he also has that weird big sword strapped on his back that he's mentioned in passing what it is, but we'll explain more later, I guess.
All right. So
would its value go down if you used to stab coppers? Because it's already stabbed a god. I mean, the whole anti-authoritarian thing is just the possibilities are endless. Let's stab some coppers.
I got a better idea.
Yeah, let's stab some aluminums instead to test it out first.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you want to stab anything, you got to go for golders. Okay, you got to go for the high price. Going for copper is just, just a bit low.
All right, so I would like everybody, before we get too much further, to give me a Percepti Bits check.
Percepti Bits check?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't have Percepti Bits. I have Percepti Bytes.
Oh, give me that instead. I will adjust for scaling.
I Percepti
I have Charleston Chew.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I can. Yeah. I'll have to set a different difficulty rating for it, but
we are all concentrating so much on being nonchalant. We're in fact way too chalant.
Oh my gosh, Cameron has the highest perception in the party.
Well,
here.
At 11. All right, Cameron, you don't see what this is in relation to, but the one thing you can sort of hear, sort of off in the distance, is the guy, the detective wearing the guy who identifies himself as a detective wearing sort of a somewhat well-worn and rumpled outfit, saying, you think you hear him say something to the effect of, "Oh, one more thing" to somebody as you round the corner.
Oh, gosh. Someone's getting Columboed over there. Let's see what's going on.
No. We need to leave right now. Someone's getting Columboed over there.
Yeah. Listen. Cameron just looks like, I got an idea. And then Cameron just starts walking towards the direction of that voice.
Why would you do that? Grab him by the coat, pull him back.
You Jack Sparrow music.
Glicks. I have a plan.
Your plans are terrible.
No, they're not. First and foremost,
you never have a plan. That's how I know they're terrible.
That's also a lie. What do you? Just Glicks. Okay, just.
Why won't anyone listen to me about cops? Let's just go. We are getting away from the many crimes we have just committed.
I haven't committed any crimes.
You murdered a bunch of people. I watched you do it.
And Cameron just walks.
I hate all of you. You are all terrible.
You just pats him on the shoulder. It's like,
all right. Go. Well, Glicks, Cameron rounds the corner. You do see a very you do get to see the guy who you think is probably who's you don't recognize from being on the scene before, but he looks like he thinks he's very important.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going from "aha, I'm important, this is beneath me" to oh, the detective knows something that he shouldn't know, or has figured something. He's not buying what I'm saying. He has that look of, oh, I'm screwed, aren't I, on his face.
So yeah, so we have the detective and like the person who is presumably in charge of around here, you know.
Well, it looks like the detective dude is nominally in charge of the scene of the incident, as it were.
Yeah. Right. So Cameron's just sort of like sizing up the situation at the very least to see kind of like, all right.
Well, it is very clear the detective looks like he's got someone nailed for something.
All right. It's like Cameron will just size up for a little bit, unless.
Yeah, as you approach, I will say this: you do hear him say something, but sir, I didn't mention anything about slavery.
Geez, that's weird with all those slaves you had me penned up with there a little bit earlier, you know. But who am I to say anything?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You were here earlier. I did see you here.
Oh, I mean. Now, is that the person who was in charge?
That is the detective, yes. Hang on, let me get the...
did the detective actually see Cameron at any point before?
Not that you were aware of.
Like,
maybe we didn't seem very nonchalant.
It's like, that's weird. You saw me, but I didn't see you. I wonder how that could have happened. But,
oh, that's fine.
But
okay, I'm looking. So I'm looking for notes that I put that are not in the folder I was looking in. But yes, continue, Sketch.
Yeah, but like Cameron will find that definitely a little weird for the detective to sort of say as Cameron looks at the guy that the detective is questioning for a moment.
He looks like he is a native Sulteshi, and he has that sort of a somewhat greasy. The guy you saw. Remember the guy you saw in the cells who looked like he was in charge. This guy's very clearly related to that guy. Slightly older.
This is a family business, as it were.
Oh yes.
And like,
and he has this look of, oh, thank God, someone's interrupting. Maybe I'll get away with this.
Hey, you know, the food you were serving us was pretty crappy, but don't worry about that. Once I got all the slaves broken out of their cells after breaking myself out of my cell, I made sure that we went over to the kitchen to get things fed up. So, you know, it's not that much better, but hey, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. I continue on. I didn't want to interrupt too much.
Oh, sorry. I was just asking some questions about the people being held here. The people were leaving, and sorry, I did forget to introduce myself. I'm Detective Aaron Vale, investigator of the Sulteshi Watch. Sir, as I was... yes, anyways, if you'll excuse me, sir, I'll come back in just a minute. We'll finish up our conversation. I need to discuss things with this gentleman here. Sorry, I did not catch your name. If you'll come with me, sir. He says to you, Sketch.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't given it yet. And he just sort of gives like little finger guns at the oh my gosh. Not the detective. No, at the other one, the person who's
yes.
Yeah, the
suspect.
At the suspect.
Oh yeah.
It's like
so he sort of pulls you a little bit to the side and says, is there something you wish to mention beyond the obvious?
I mean, all I'm going to say is that I have no idea where I am, how I got here, but I do know that as soon as I got here, someone knocked me out. I woke up in one of those cells and just had to do what I can before I was sold off to whoever his guys were talking to. It's all I'm going to say.
Okay, well, that eyewitness report, helpful.
I mean, that's the only thing you're looking into around here, I assume, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff that's happened here, but frankly, it's happened. Assuming that it does look like a bunch of people who are being held against their will broke out of their cells and in a fit of enthusiasm, seem to have set fire to a lot of things.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty proud of those fires, but yeah.
So you're involved in that as well, then.
I mean, I was one of the prisoners.
Fair enough.
We were very enthusiastic.
I see. Well. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask a question. Given that you apparently have been held against your will, I don't, strictly speaking, need more evidence because, dear God, these people are bad at this, at hiding that they're bad, that they're doing this. But if you are willing to come down to the watch house at some point and give a written statement, we would appreciate it.
You know, I might be occupied otherwise. If you absolutely need it, I will be easy enough to find. Let's just say that. I just wanted to see him squirm a little bit over there.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, believe me, it's quite entertaining.
But yeah.
Yeah, we actually have like enough evidence as it is. As I said, if you're willing to give a statement, that'd be great. But we have plenty of other prisoners who have said basically the same thing. We have notes from their accountants, which paint an interesting picture.
I wonder who convinced them to turn that over.
Well, I'm sure you got this all well handled. Detective.
Yeah. My only real concern is tying this back to the former ambassador from Kardul.
Former ambassador.
Yes. He apparently was tied into this whole slave ring shenanigans.
Well, there was that one person. Okay, Kardul. I'm trying to think if Cameron, like, if the person that Cameron overheard earlier was talking about Kardul at all, or
she did not mention Kardul. No.
Yeah. No.
She was a tiefling, and there are a lot of tieflings in Kardul. But...
No. I'm not. While I was in the prison
cell.
Oh,
you mean the guys running the thing? Yes, he did mention there was one of their buyers was from Kardul, at least.
Yeah, like Cameron will just simply say, well, I mean, when I first woke up in the cell, the guys running the thing were talking about running merch to or through or involving Kardul, wherever that is. But you know, that I'm sure that has nothing to do with an ambassador from there being wrapped up in this. But you know, I'm just saying, you might want to ask the prisoners, because they would have easily overheard that exact same conversation. I'm sure they would all be happy to give written statements.
Oh, we have some linking evidence, but given that he was an ambassador and Kardul is likely to object to us dragging his name through the mud, as it were. Well, I'd like to have as hard evidence as I can get before we can make diplomatic objections.
Well, I'm sure that you'll do a great job. So I'll let you get back to it. It just sort of like gives the detective like a good like firm pat on the shoulder. It's like, I'm gonna go figure out what to do from here on out. But best of luck. And then just sort of like
one more thing.
Pat on off with
what was your name?
Is it really important to you?
I gotta admit, I'm curious.
Listen, okay, you just call me Cam, all right?
Okay, Cam. You have a good day.
And
you should tell one of your tell your short friend. You should tell your compatriots that we'll do our best to. It'll take Kardul some time to start trying to rig things, but I think overheard. I think someone mentioned overhearing one of your companions saying something about you guys being framed for this. Kardul will probably try to do that. We'll do our best to cut that off, because frankly, God, we'd love to be able to lodge a formal complaint with those assholes.
Yeah, right. I'll run that by him, and sort of like gives a little dismissive way. Then it just returns to the party.
Ginger just looks up. Everything all right?
We go now.
Yeah, we can go. Just want to. I just wanted to throw some coals under the head of the operations feet around here. So
I suppose that's a good opportunity. We've only been here one day, and 2 fires have already broken out.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's time to leave town.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Unless there's any other business that we need to have done around here. So we're in. Cameron's just like, wait a minute. By the way, this is the only part of this entire place. For my sake, we're in Sultesh. Is that where we are?
Yeah.
That would
We
be
rode a giant
correct.
turtle to get here.
Okay. Ah, jeez. This has been
Like
a
you do.
weird. What?
You know, like you do.
Yeah. I do. That being said, at least getting away from here is certainly desirable. It looks like things are going to be, people are going to be kept pretty busy around here for the immediate. But you know, I just need to sit down for just a while and not sit down in a makeshift prison cell.
We got our room back in the foreigners' quarters because most of this place is underwater. I got to visit the bank there anyway.
Right. All right. Well,
By the way,
By the
Cam,
way-
you're an idiot. Let your back.
what?
Shut up.
What?
No, just don't ever talk to cops. You should know better. Everyone should know better.
Yeah, that's what I didn't say anything.
Your lips were moving. That's like admission to guilt on most of them.
Dude, you're not wrong, but I wanted to do some shit, all right?
All
So
right.
just let me have my fun, all right? He's just sort of like, he sort of takes Glick's hat, like turns it around so it's facing the wrong way on it for just walking along with the others.
All right.
Ever listens to me.
Well, you return to the foreigners' quarters,
The foreigners' quarters.
or foreigners' quarter, I guess, really. Glix, you said you wanted to head to the Academy Bank.
Yep, because I've
got
got
a
an
key.
account to clear out.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Do we want to split up for that?
It's up to you guys.
We can if we want. Yeah.
Okay, then if that's the case, Engineer's definitely going to go with Glix. This is probably the only time they're going to have to talk, not around the other people. Rest of the party.
Okay.
So as we're walking apart from the party, so am I the only one that's ever had to deal with coppers?
Engineer just kind of shakes his head. I've never had to deal with the police per se, but even I knew what was going to happen there. If somebody was going to get accused of anything, it wasn't going to be the human. It wasn't going to be the local. It was going to be you or me.
Yeah, exactly. And I bet like half the cops are on the take for that. We're lucky the whatever guy in charge wasn't. You don't run an operation like that without having some people on the take.
Yes, we really lucked out finding the one honest policeman in the city.
Yeah, they're not. They're never honest. He just has bigger fish to fry.
True. But I don't know. I just want to say I have your back on this. I understand what's going on.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for keeping your teeth together. That was nice.
Hey, we got to stick together in this.
Damn straight we do.
Especially
Let's go clear out that asshole's account.
oh, that's actually quite fun. Cheers, kind of like he's kind of like rubbing his hands together, like this. That's kind of fun.
You arrive at the bank.
All right, sort of use some prestidigitation to make sure we're clean and don't smell of smoke.
That good thinking. Actually, you walk by one of the patrons there, who is a very clearly a wizard of some sort. He's got the hat.
Right.
He does, in fact, smell a bit of brimstone and smoke.
Good.
That's how you know you got a real wizard.
You know, you notice some singe marks around the ends of his sleeves. He has no eyebrows.
Yeah, he's one of them. They're explosionists.
Somehow he still has a beard. That actually impresses you.
He's got one of them bib things made out of fireproof cloth.
Fireballs tend to explode upwards and not downwards.
This is true.
So yes, the eyebrows are going to go. The beard might stay.
Anyways, you arrive at the counter, and you see a very, very. The person behind the counter is a halfling, a hobbit type, whatever you want to call them, with sort of very clearly sitting on a tall stool, hair sort of back in a very tight, severe bun with rectangular glasses, and she peers at you. Can I help you?
Yes, we're here to make a withdrawal.
Ah, very well.
I don't remember whether he gave me the account number or key or what.
He gave you a key, and
the
there's
safety deposit box.
There's a
as I
safety
recall.
box key that you deposit box key
Yep.
you have.
Yeah, we need to retrieve the contents of the box for blah 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 blah. We have the key here.
Ah, the key is present. Excellent. Leave the key here. I'll be right back. You basically she climbs down from the stool and disappears behind the counter and wanders off. A little while later, you hear footsteps coming up, and then you see a box placed on top of the counter, and then she climbs back up on the stool, and she says, "If you could give me the key now."
I'll hand her the key.
She puts
I'm
both
sort of peering up with my nose poking over the
right.
counter.
Yes. She inserts your key.
Everyone's just like, fucking heidists in this culture. Ah!
Everyone involved in this transaction is short. I just realized.
Yes.
I didn't actually plan that out ahead of time.
The fact that they're gathered around the desk that is making it harder for them to do this.
She inserts the key. She inserts the bank's key in the thing, unlocks it, turns it around, and says, "There you go, sir. You may take the contents out as you wish."
All right. I'll pull it down
Yep.
so I can actually see what I'm opening up. What's in the
What is
what's in the
inside is a black velvet bag that feels like it's got rocks in it.
Okay.
Very sharp, pointy rocks.
Yep.
And then two bundles of papers which have sort of silk sort of ribbons around them that are sealed with a wax seal.
All right. I'll open them up. I'll open up the bag and I'll stick them in there.
Yes. Okay, you're just taking everything out and taking it?
Yep, I will sort it later.
That I figured. I just wanted to check. You're closing the account. Are you closing the account, or do you wish to keep the key to the box?
We'll keep the key to the box. We just need to establish a few things. But thank you.
Very well,
and,
sir.
We'll be on our way.
Very well, then. Yes, I believe that key is paid for the next 5 years. So next payment will be due in 5 years, roughly. If you want the exact date, I can give you. Hang on, let me copy down here. You're a little scribbling. She hands you a piece of paper. That is the date the next payment is due. If the key is not returned before then, we will charge extra for we have to charge late fees on. You understand, I assume.
Oh yeah. Just a little clarification. I know you guys have branches everywhere. Can I return the key to any branch?
Oh, certainly, sir.
Okay.
Can I have the note back? I just need to write down an authorization for that. Hang on. She scribbles something down, takes the stamp out. Chunk. Here you go. Now you can return that ever. Just present that note. Present the note with it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. Have a great day.
You too. And we leave with a complete lack of chalons.
As we walk out, Engineer just looks at the key. He's like, you should put a note on that key to throw it away just before the date comes, so they have to pay the late fee.
Oh yeah, that's totally doing that on
Although
a different continent.
although for Glix, that's like next century. So
Let's get back to the room and figure
pettiest-
out how to get out of town.
Just the pettiest revenge you could take. You will have to pay a late fee.
Bum bum bum.
I mean, if you left anything in the box, they'd have seized the contents of the box, but there's nothing in the box, so
There's something in the box.
yes. And that the bank teller was very aware of that, which is why she mentioned the late fee.
you never know when you're gonna need a lockbox.
There's also that.
A free lockbox, like
That has paid up for 5 years.
yeah. Like if we ever find ourselves in this neck of the woods, well, this neck of the ocean again, we might get some use out of that. Who knows?
I can think of a potential use for it if things start to go south with Car Duel.
All right. So, you guys are heading back to the hotel. Everybody else
Yep.
is there at the moment because unless people want to split up further, that's up to you guys, though.
If anyone want to have a specific talk with Cameron,
That was an excellent time
frame.
Yes.
That would be a good time for that. Yes. Between either Sito or Kalia, I guess.
Well, I mean,
You kind of had something to say to Kalia. Cameron could probably get in on the back end of it, I suppose.
All right.
Like it's not something that would exclude him because it is kind of relate to the current matter. Just
Right.
the parts that he wasn't involved with.
Right.
okay. Yes, it has been a day.
You're telling
Yeah.
me.
I can
Is it-
understand the distrust in general, but I don't see the point in prolonging things unnecessarily.
You are talking about Glix?
Indeed. You and I were of the same mind. This could not be said for him.
Glix has a way of looking at the world that I understand. He is a survivor, first and foremost.
Indeed.
I can't blame him for reacting in fear, considering that he has found himself in a number of situations, even without our help, that have decreased his ability to
Trust.
feel safe. Feel safety, feel trust, yes.
I can't help but feel a bit insulted, considering that, this is my home. This is, the city of my people, and, we may not see things the way that shore walkers do, but to cast aspersions on assumption alone, I can't help but take some offense.
I understand that.
Unfortunately, when you're someone that is, I guess one way to look at it is view themselves as low on the social totem pole, you have to operate on assumptions. Because if you don't assume and you let your guard down, then everything can be just ruined for you. So it's
Well, considering the situation of what we just dealt with, there's certainly truth to that. I would like to think, though, that while such events occurred here, that they are not a part of here, if that makes sense.
I don't know if I wouldn't ascribe what has happened as something that is endemic of Sultesh itself. It's in some ways it might be beyond these walls. It might be beyond the nation as a whole thing. But all things being said, from some perspectives, the where or the wheres or hows are less relevant than the what's in terms of what has happened or what the general state of being is. So, uh, like I get the I get the frustration on both fronts, but for what it's worth, for me, I just wanted to uh, I just wanted to see that trafficker squirm one last time on my way out. And
Oh,
I
I fully endorse that. I know that, man.
You know, that felt good. And also, I don't know, it was just kind of fun to act like I was going to take credit for everything that happened. Well, the destruction happened back there. Even if it is just a bit of distraction. Thankfully, they didn't mess with my stuff other than just having it stored away somewhere else. So,
Indeed. How long have you been there? Are you aware?
no, I mean, I woke up and probably within a matter of hours, everything happened after I woke up. So, yeah, me breaking out, running into, I guess, the tiefling that was there.
Yes. The pleasant tourists.
Yes, running to the tourists, assisting with the outbreak, making sure that the prisoners got fed before I left because the food they were serving there was just terrible.
Odds are not much of it either.
No, not much of it. And the little trinket I picked up during my detour is still with me, so that's nice as well.
You were mentioning something about that. You certainly didn't leave our company with it in your possession, that much is certain.
No, to make it short, I stepped into some manor of sorts. My assumption is that it might have been the manor that Pyros himself resided in. It was pretty much vacant. All the tomes in it had been rendered unreadable and uncollectible, more or less. And by the time I found the main sitting chamber for the former resident, it was a skeleton of the Cyclops with, well, this, as he points to the sword, straight through its chest. After which, an entity.
That's quite the uncomfortable seating.
Yeah, and the camera also shows his hands, which still have are still kind of bandaged up a little bit. Sword was a little warm. I didn't have a chance to let it cool before I pulled it out of the oven, you know. But as soon as I grabbed that, some entity, a robed figure, showed up and accused me of being an anomaly. And then I had to basically book it out of there. And by the time I got out the front door, at least what I thought was the front door, instead of being in the plane of fire, I ended up in an alley and then got knocked out.
Not to be insensitive, but you are rather anomalous.
Yeah, but I don't think they mean. I think they are referring to more than just eccentricities and standing out. I think the comment seems to belie a knowledge of who I am that is greater than I would expect, which then leads me to wonder, who the figure is, how would they know this? And then
You
and all
feel that they
else.
meant you harm.
They said anomalies must be eliminated to, I believe, to paraphrase it. I think that's the inaccurate paraphrasal there, Peter.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
no, that's not particularly friendly.
Listen, unless eliminated is some weird future speak for going on a date, going for dinner in a movie. I suspected my livelihood.
Hey, baby, you want me to eliminate you?
I had to book it out of there, but I made sure to keep this along for the ride. If anything, it is a piece of history worth investigating and provides some insight as to the status of at least one of the gods of my time.
It appears between your latest misadventure and Glix's involvement with the Fae that increasingly our party seems to be gaining the notice of certain individuals.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Cito doesn't mind being noticed, but not to speak for you.
I do appreciate attention.
I do tend to be noticed in the immediate sense wherever I go. But in terms of people seeking me out, not so much. I tend to be on the other end of that.
Yeah. Well, I will say that I'm sorry that I've been unable to keep a low enough profile about myself, Kalia. I have a feel. I guess the note is that if there's at least one person that knows who I am, and I mean the robes looked kind of officially, so I would assume that there might be other robed figures with the same knowledge. But unlike Glix, they're not merely asking for an ROI.
Well, if this individual was meeting you in some form of the idea that you're like we're in the manner of Pyros, considering where you left from, I struggle to follow the assumption that it was merely just a readily available location that otherwise is difficult to reach.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yes, I equally doubt that they were just squatting at Piero's place, kicking back, enjoying the heat, and then realized, oh shoot, the anomaly just showed up. I guess we might as well take care of it. What a twofer here.
Some guy just claiming squatters' rights, and anyone else who comes in, he calls them anomaly and tries to kill them.
Not exactly the words I'd choose, but if that's how you wish to do so.
I do agree that this does seem more than just coincidence. I mean, air, bed, and
particularly
brimstone.
Considering that you
air, bed, and brimstone.
I'm sorry, I had to go ahead.
Particularly since at the back end of it, we'll keep things simple and say it warped once more. I feel, unless we are given reason to believe otherwise, that you were not anywhere that we could physically walk to from where we are.
My suspicion is that I was on a different plane altogether. I believe I was on the a primordial plane of fire, because everything outside the windows was like hot and not like coastal. I'm talking fire and fire entities hot. Would that be a correct inference? Then,
that would
Peter,
be very
more or
correct.
less?
Yes.
Yes. So, like, yes, so now I've done planar travel, but this is a different type of planar travel, because normally if I was to get out of there, there'd have to be a stop by the cafe, by the bar, by the restaurant. That didn't happen. It just was straight from there to Sultesh, conveniently the same place that you all are too, which once again adds more to this. Well, this can't be coincidence. And then
Indeed.
And then the whole why me of all this stuff. But I suppose
I imagine the why you in this case is because you are you.
While not untrue, I guess that may be an incomplete answer, at least to my head. But I get what you're saying.
Given things that have happened recently,
Mm-hmm.
involving us being translocated to different places, to an isolated chain of islands, after encountering gods, finding our way out after an encounter with gods,
Mm-hmm.
having the Fey Queen approach us, wanting to know more about the gates,
Mm-hmm.
and given the fact that these things seem to be happening to you more so than even the rest of us, and now there are in fact parties outside of our group that are observing on and acting on that chain of events, I think that it is time, now that we are in the known world again, that we need to start seeking out some answers.
Indeed, we seem to find ourselves with unwanted varieties of tension that will not cease until we make them cease in one manner or another.
As an aside, I think it's about the time when Glix and Injure should walk in.
Yeah.
Just thinking that it's a good moment.
Cameron's going to then just look at Kelly and relay as much of a description as he can of the figures that like approached him, and this Glix and Injure can be walking in.
All right. First off, hooded figure.
Yep.
I don't think well, if my Discworld knowledge is up to date, then knowledge death won't directly apply to this, but maybe it'll be on the fringe of it.
You can give me a roll if you'd like.
So I'll do that, and also I'm going to do a religion roll.
Those are both perfectly valid.
Yeah.
Why is there a die rolling across the D&D Beyond screen?
Because you might press the dice button on there, which does the. But all right, well,
A 7 or knowledge death. All right.
if you also remember, we have hero points / action points that we can use on rolls.
Is there a way that I can disable it so that it doesn't roll the die every single time?
Yes, there is.
The cog icon, at the top right.
Okay.
There is.
Well, I rolled an 18 on knowledge religion, so
Okay.
that's a lot better.
Yeah,
It is.
underneath dice options, there's a check mark for automatically roll 3D dice, or even just enable 3D dice. Those should be able to be turned off.
Can I default to intimidation for knowledge?
I'm going to stare at the ethereal chain of all knowledge. I'm gonna.
Eric, if you want to make an intimidate roll against it, I won't stop you, but I reserve the right to ignore it.
Yeah. Cameron at the meantime, while kind of mulling over this in his own head.
All right.
I'll tap religion, history rather, but
That's fine.
see if he's ever seen anything like this back in the old days.
All right.
The good old.
Kalia, what Cameron is describing very much sounds like it should be some sort of, something adjacent to something. It feels like it should fall into the category of religion or knowledge death, but you have no freaking idea what it is.
Yeah, it's outside of any known
Yeah,
pantheon.
it's like that. Yeah, that sounds like it feels like it should be part of some pantheon, but it's not one you're aware of. And
which could mean a
Mecca.
couple of different things.
Yep.
So
Considering the visions that got Cito started on this whole thing from her perspective, would this potentially be something that sparks a memory?
You can give me if you want to give me a roll of some sort, go ahead.
good idea.
I like it as a possibility. Yep.
Cameron,
I can't think of anything better than history.
That's fine. History's perfectly valid.
History's
And
perfectly not
Injure
good.
and Glix, you're both welcome to give me rolls of some sort if you want to, since you heard this as you came in.
I guess Arcana would be my best bet.
Yeah, Arcana would fit in the category. Yep.
Religion is definitely going to be.
It's a good roll, Eric, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's an auditor. Don't worry about him.
Listen.
All right, Glix. You swear you've heard this description somewhere before, but you have no fucking clue where.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I don't know.
Injure, I'm going to say this. You swear you read you heard that description, you read that description somewhere in some book somewhere. But again, you don't know where.
That's actually.
I feel cheated now.
This is a tied to various people's backgrounds thing, Nick.
Damn it!
They both.
All I do is hit stuff, though.
It's specifically the monastery Glix is from. It's the monastery Injur's from, and the fact that Glix has ties to certain individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Injur's like that. I swear I've read something like that, and if I've read it, then it was probably back home.
Yep. Oh, Glix.
Yeah,
More accurately, you don't recognize it. Bob says something that sounds familiar.
Oh, that's cool.
So I ain't got a clue. Bob says he might know something about it, but he don't remember because he's been a cutlery for the past millennia.
That's probably the most.
It's not been a millennia. It's
thing,
only been like 500 years, Glix.
That's
thought
probably the most.
Last week was yesterday, and you thought yesterday was 200 years ago. I don't trust your sense of time, Bob.
My sense of time is perfect. You just experience it wrong.
Irrespective, that Glix, whatever it is you're talking about with
Linear time is bullshit.
with your choppy boy there. That is the fact that Bob, the fact that Bob knows anything about this like offhand is concerning. That being said, how far away is your monastery, Angier, if you don't mind me asking?
Ingier's.
It is on the monastery is on the northwest coast of the western continent. So not that far away.
Yeah, it's just like it's not so far away that we couldn't get there in time, especially if we had air trucks getting us out there.
Yeah, it's not the one that's so far away.
Like worst case, if you go to the nearest gate, you could get to a gate that's sort of near the monastery on land. But air trucks could probably get you there faster.
All right. Well, that might be a place to research. I wouldn't want to derail us too far in that direction. The immediate, though.
I still think we should get out of town. So going to the monastery sounds like out of town.
Ingier's is kind of tensing up. It's like, okay, if that's what you think we should be doing.
Kali is going to look to Sito and just gonna, is there anything you want to do before we leave?
Plenty, but it seems that my convenience has been forced.
Ingier looks to Sito. If you need to say something to your family, you have plenty of time for that.
Well, I visited my mother last night. I haven't seen my father yet. And considering the events that just occurred, he should be made aware.
If you want, I could come with you for that, Sito.
I mean, I seriously.
It's more a matter of he's out on a job. Contacting him is not going to be any matter of simplicity.
Mm.
If you know where he's at, maybe we could make a trip there along the way.
Professionally, my father raises sunken ships. He is not in the city.
Fair enough.
But it could be somewhere en route between here and the monastery.
That's entirely possible.
Well, if there's a way of knowing loosely where your father is, we could possibly route around that.
My mother did say that did provide some details regarding the current job that he was performing. And out of character, that was like a month ago, so I don't exactly remember what the details were.
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but he was raising a ship. He was raising some ship. I forget what it was off the top of my head.
I think it was for the Caliphate.
It was for the Caliphate. Yes, it was. It was a Caliphate ship. I'm going to... Okay, so I'm going to... This may require retconning, and I don't care. I'm going to say it was a Caliphate ship that was leaving Sultesh and heading towards the Shattered Kingdoms when it sunk. Just to make things convenient. So it is roughly between you guys and there. So,
Well, it does seem that if we wanted to touch base there, that would be a route. The only thing I would want to do is what I like to do typically when I'm in a city there is check out some of the local shops for equipment and otherwise. This thing I can hold off and having a more detailed appraisal for another time, as he points to the sword. But just doing a quick supply run is all I need to do then. Otherwise, if someone wants to come along with that, since I have no idea where anything is in this place.
Yeah, I've been around. I'll go with you, but we should
be
quick about it.
Yeah, sure thing, Glex.
Okay, supply run in go.
Yeah,
there are plenty of shop. There's a good shopping quarter here in the foreigner district.
Mm-hmm. Main thing Cameron would be getting is basically some additional weaponry to have on hand.
Oh, sure, you can get that. That is not a problem.
Basically, I'm like, okay,
you're in an actual proper city. You can buy actual proper weaponry.
That is true. So
with actual proper currency too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. This makes me nostalgic to the days where, like, okay, let's see how good of equipment you can kind of scrounge up with like a roll of sorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But like, I'm trying to think of like what type of weapon would be fun to. I'm basically looking for like to give you the idea, Peter, it's a finesse melee weapon of sorts.
Right.
That's basically what I'm looking for.
By the way, I did look at my notes already. The sword you found is in fact a scimitar, so it is a finesse weapon.
Right. So yes, but even then,
you want something that's not a god slayer to wield at some point.
Perhaps yes, something that's
just in case it's that it having killed a god had some effect on it.
Also, something that's one-handed is kind of the vibe there.
Well, the scimitar is one-handed, so.
Oh, it is a one-handed scimitar?
Yeah, it's one-handed.
I figured it was large enough to be like a two-handed weapon.
It's a normal scimitar as far as you can tell.
I think scimitars might be versatile, so.
I believe they might be.
So it might be if I have to double check. Yeah, but in any case, so like I said, that's what Cameron's mostly like on the look for that sort of stuff. So let me just see here. Here.
When this shopping expenditure is kind of concluded, I was actually thinking about it. Cito is still using the garbage leather armor, functionally speaking, from the start of the game, and it still has 13 AC. Upgrading that would be prudent at this point.
Yeah,
sure. If you guys want to buy new actual basic gear, you can get any normal sort of gear. Any non-enchanted gear you can easily buy.
Right. I was just getting enchanted gear that would require a roll to see if there's even a chance.
Yeah, your odds of getting something magical is not good here.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Have an argument for what Cito could pull off in that respect.
You possibly could get something, yes.
Considering her mother.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But by the way, I linked the scimitar right up.
Yeah. As far as Cameron knows, it is a scimitar. There might be other properties we don't know.
Actually,
yet.
Sketch. What I'm going to say is, I think it. Oh God, I don't know. I was thinking about it might arguably be. You might be right. It might be arguably larger. You could argue that it is a D8 versatile weapon that doesn't have light, but is still finesse.
Something like that. Right. It's so we'll deal with that later on.
Yeah.
But for the time being,
but it's basically it's a slightly oversized scimitar, sort of what it is effectively.
I'm gonna go for the Fire Emblem special and just get a rapier.
That is entire.
Yeah.
Rapiers are actually not that uncommon here, so.
Thrusting weapons.
Weapons underwater? Never.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see how much are they normally? What is their? Let's see. They're normally holy shit, 25 gold.
Rapiers are very high class and refined weapons. They're not like
Yeah.
I can cover you. Shut up.
Okay, fine. Listen. I'll okay, fine. We'll just deal with that. And just...
Yeah, I'll cover you. Don't worry about it.
All right. Thank you.
Turns out Glick's raided the gold mine is going to pay out.
Yeah.
Listen, I know you're
Actually,
expecting me to say
Glix,
you're
you
right.
have an opportunity here in town to actually convert the gold into currency.
Yes, I am definitely doing that because we're not immediately taking off. I am finding some like while we're doing that, we're gonna convert the lumps into coin.
Yeah, we'll work out the actual numbers later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
But yeah,
we
you can
we
easily cover the price of a rapier. Yes.
Yeah. So that's just like, all right. Thank you. All right.
So
Yeah.
you were like off in like Fireland, and you found a dead god, huh?
It's- based on everything that I know, yes, that's what I saw.
So that sword on your back, that was stuck in him, huh?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if it was magic before, but it definitely is now. Like that's how like you get like fairy tales and legends and stuff.
That might be the case, but I guess for the immediate, I don't really have a good way of discerning what properties it has beyond the fact that I burned my hands when I grabbed it initially.
Is it still hot?
Nah, not really.
Oh,
I mean, you can feel it if you want. I mean, I mean, Bob might get jealous if Bob catches you touching another weapon, but you know, there's just like a big shit-eating grin from Cameron when he says that.
I mean, there are so many layers to what is going on right now. Like, I'm not going to comment on them though.
But
yes, we're doing it 5 feet apart.
but Cameron just sort of like shrugs a little bit and we'll say like, in like it's having someone just like look at me and it's like and just call me an anomaly to my face just like that during the whole thing though did like really just sort of set something in my head.
That's some sort of cultural thing that I don't know about. Is that like a slur?
No, I mean, not really. It's only a slur insofar that it's like you look at a person and you don't address them as a person. You address them as like as a problem that needs to be eliminated. You know,
Huh.
like
I can see how humans might not be used to that.
I mean, like part of military training is absolutely looking at other people through that lens. So I'm not unfamiliar with that strategy. It was just weird, just like all of a sudden someone looks at me and that's just the first thing they say. I'm like, oh, so that's what the situation is. And then I just had to get out.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can. I think I might have an idea as where you're coming from there.
As they're talking, Injir's just having a flashback to his entire experience at the martial arts academy. And he's just not saying anything. He's just got a 1,000-yard stare.
Glix, you don't need to say it like that. I know that you know what that experience is like. You've made that clear about your attitudes about other people, and it's completely justified. All right.
All right. I'm going to say specifically that Kali is not around for this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, very specifically because I think that there's stuff going on that we're going to need to deal with later, and it's not going to be specifically right now. So
yeah. No, but in any case, Glix, this has been a weird long day, and it's not even done yet. So
yeah, no, we got to get moving soon.
Yeah,
because yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, thanks for the sword.
No worries. And don't get lost again. It's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Because I was the one that decided to go on that trip there. I'll make sure to tell myself to not allow me to be involuntarily taken away somewhere. Thank you for the heads up on that.
Yeah. Because it's inconvenient for us. Because,
right.
I mean, it's not like we missed you or anything. It was just very annoying.
Cameron will spin Glix's hat on his head again before just start walking away.
Will you stop doing that?
Mom!
It's too easy. It's too easy to do that. So. All right. That's that scene then. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, while we're out and we do the thing with Glix in the gold ore, Engineer makes sure to visit the money changer and just get all of this odd miscellaneous coins we have converted into something that's modern that we can actually spend.
Sure. That's doable.
Oh gosh,
we got like iron coins, we got ancient coins.
I got this Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball card, just like ancient currency that's not worth anything anymore.
She was like, but we can't keep carrying this around. We need something we can spend on the double. Watch as I roughly convert what we have into something spendable.
All right, so yeah, word. I agree that I will. Given that I've not been like really specifically tracking cash and treasure rewards because I don't generally do that.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. We've been discussing in text chat a possible item that she's interested in, and yeah, I'm gonna definitely say that your mom definitely since you are going out for more adventuring and it is hazardous. She will gift you a suit of enchanted armor, light sort of simple enchanted armor she has.
Excellent.
From back in the day, as it were. Your mom basically says, "Yeah, this is something that I used to use in when I was younger," which raises questions that things that you were not aware of. It's like, wait, what?
Considering that she was out hanging around with, dwarves and whatnot, that doesn't surprise me too much. It's just like, all right, you're going to have to tell me this shit later.
Yeah, it's a case of, that makes, like, I can see why that might happen. Like, yeah, sure. Oh, there are yeah. This was made for. This is made while I was working. I made for me while I was working up in the dwarven clans, and let's just say that there's some hazards down in the mines that having proper equipment for is helpful.
Understandable.
Havens, gas leaks, boulettes,
Zorn.
This armor, this is the good stuff. This is stuff that if you get that horrible green slime on it, you can just wash it out.
Well, green slime won't dissolve it, at least, probably.
All right. Any last details, I guess, before we head on out?
Kalia is going to go just, I guess, check in with the woman that she visited before.
Okay.
Just to, like, we don't even really have to play it out.
Okay.
Say some, like, goodbyes, and also maybe see how she feels about, all the stuff that blew up.
How the guy.
Well, Scuttlebutt has come back, and that yes, the ambassador is dead, and good riddance. Also, apparently some asshole businessman who apparently decided with slave rings built the place exploded. Good riddance. It's like one of those, technically not against law where I'm originally from, but you know what? That doesn't... Against law does not mean moral.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a case of, having spent some time living in a city where slavery is illegal, you know what?
That seems like it shouldn't be a thing that should happen.
It always bugged me back home, but I didn't really understand why. Now I do, and yeah. Boy, howdy, I hope that changes in Cardul someday. Good luck with that.
Well, all it'll take is Cameron just being teleported to the middle of something in Cardul, and we'll see what happens.
Damn it again.
Just gets like God, not again. Guess I got to start burning things. All right.
But yes, she is doing about as well as can be expected. But she does seem a bit weaker than the last time you saw her. I mean, not surprising, really. At a guess for you, you'd say she's probably got maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh, Kalia will,
But it does seem like that she is being made comfortable, at least. So there is that.
All right. Well, that's about all I can think of
Yep.
to do, and I couldn't even really think of any specifics to
Sure.
ask of her or anything. So.
But yes. Sito has acquired a glamoured suit of studded leather.
Okay.
My AC has gone from 13 to 15. I am not horrifyingly vulnerable to everything now.
Yeah.
And she can change its color. Ooh.
That's
Oh,
always good.
Basically, she's more armored than she was before, but she looks like she was before.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, how do you like my new armor? It's new.
What about it?
Oh, she wouldn't announce that.
Yes, you guys don't notice anything different. That is the important bit.
I feel like because it's provided by her mother, that it's gonna have like one little thing about it that's like embarrassing. Like it's got her name on it somewhere, or it's like got a ribbon in it that's just a little bit too puffy or something.
Here, dear, have a bulletproof sweater.
Yeah. It's got a pouch for snacks or something.
I like the pouch for snacks idea. That's cute.
It's got little tags on the back with R and L written on it, so you can put it on backwards.
It's got your name on written on the inside of the back.
At any rate, you guys have.
It has mittens attached via alligator clips.
So, is there any other mundane gear people need to pick up?
I think Lix is actually okay there.
Okay.
I think he's got most of his shit.
Good.
Okay, so it's not that the piece itself has anything about it, but Sito had not noticed a note that slips out once that she gets back with the rest of the group, and it just kind of says, "I wish you all the luck, my little siren."
Aww. Good. Mom.
All right. All right, it's like, okay, Glix, here's the plan. I'm going to put this fruit on top of your head. You're going to stand still. I'm going to try to stab it with this rapier and not hit you in the eye, all right?
I need my eyes.
That's why I'm not aiming for them, okay? I'm trying to aim for the fruit, all right?
Why don't you just aim at something that's not me, like that chair?
Because I care about you and I'm trying to avoid hitting you, all right?
Care about me, dumb.
Everyone goes "aw" in the exact same way they did for the note for Sito's mom.
and then Kemp proceeds and then Kemp proceeds to attack. And rolls a 17 and hits the fruit.
Very well done.
Nice.
All right. So your plan for leaving town involves Aatrox. I'm guessing.
That is plan 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can head to the Temple District and see if you can find Aatrox. But it's not very hard. He's in the Temple District, lounging outside the temple.
I'm imagining that the breathing orbs are going to be necessary for
They
the
will
rest
be.
of them in this.
Yep.
Fortunately, you do in fact have a spare.
Indeed.
For everybody, yeah.
And we had a spare, and it wasn't necessary for everyone to use one on the way over.
Yep. So yes,
let's see.
You are presented with a gelatinous bubble thing.
Stick it on your head.
Wait, on my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shove your head into
On
it.
and around it, really.
Basically, shove your head into this. What? It'll let you breathe
do it.
underwater. Well, it'll let you breathe while underwater.
All right,
Don't
fine.
tell him. Just put your head in it.
I mean,
It'll be fine. There's
listen,
nothing that could possibly go wrong.
All right, so now that it's on your head, Cameron, I'm gonna try and stab it, and you hold still so I don't hit you.
It's like, listen, I mean, I get it. It's a spherical polymerized breathing interface. It's nothing that new. He lies while putting the orb on.
He's like, this is nothing new. What the hell is this? Dwarf.
And she was like, "Oh, I just thought it was some kind of magic jellyfish."
In fact, that is in fact what it is, basically.
It's polymerized by being a living thing, you know.
It's not really an animal. It's more of a sort of planty thing, but
It's a fungus, because if you can't really tell what it is, it's probably a fungus.
I mean, not far wrong. Anyways, you arrive at the temple district, and after a short bit of negotiation with the clergy, you are allowed to go see Aatrox. Most of these cases of like. There's a hubbub about people coming to see Aatrox. Aatrox's like, wait, there are people coming to see me. There are only certain people that would likely be, sure, I want to see him. Are you sure, Great Aatrox? Yes. Okay. You're offered to see Aatrox. Skitch, Cameron walks in, and you walk into the area, and there's a large pool. There's a large sort of area where you see a giant turtle made of stone lounging comfortably on the ground, as it were.
Just realizing this whole thing is giving Cameron very much a Titus vibes right now. Just like, wait a minute, now it's just a strange world where nothing makes sense, but everyone else is just kind of going along with it. And there isn't even Blitzball. And what is a Blitzball? Anyways,
actually,
like
Glix. Actually, Cameron. You actually recognize the turtle,
like this. As a species, or as the specific one?
Well, he's not really a species per se. It's a stone. It's a stone elemental. You've heard. It's a stone. It's effectively a stone elemental, basically, that you've heard of before. It has ties to both. It had ties both to the god of the earth and the god of the oceans, or of his time. So that he had better ties with the primal beasts of water. And then the god of ocean for what let's call, remember the god of the ocean was an asshole.
Well, it's like, well, at least,
you never met him, but you're like, I recognize that thing.
Well, then.
It's been around a long time.
Anyways, I guess we must get going now.
It's like, wait, that's Aatrox, the great wise stone turtle. Huh. He's still around.
It's weird. I should have my camera with me. Damn. All right. Anyways.
My friends. Good to see you.
How's it going?
You have a new companion with you.
Yeah, he was always supposed to be there, but like.
Oh, was he the one that you didn't come to the door with you?
Yeah.
Indeed.
I see.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hey, this is Cam.
Hello, Cam. I am Aatrox, the great and wise turtle.
I've heard of you. I mean, I knew of you. So.
Excellent. So what can I do for you all?
We're looking to bug out of town. Maybe head over to wait a minute. Where are we going again? We're going to the water temple. Is that where we're going?
Engineer kind of gets up and says, "It's like, great and mighty Aatrox. We need help. We wish to travel to the monastery of the Submerged Voice, but it is quite some distance away."
The monastery that is still around. Excellent. I should go paying my respects. Seems like a good thing to do, actually. So yes, I'd be happy to give you a ride. The priests are like, but we had a ceremony planned. Oh, hush! I'll return for a ceremony. When were you planning on holding it? Next week. I'll be back before then. but the monastery is a long way away. I swim very quickly.
Yeah, he's crazy fast.
Aatrox literally like uses like the underwater jet streams like in fucking Nemo, where we're just hanging on.
Dude.
It's like, oh, thank you. We do need to make a stop along the way, though.
Oh?
Yes, our companion Sito needs to have a word with a family member.
Ah. And they will be on somewhere between here and there?
That doesn't.
The possibility distinctly exists. He's a raiser of ships, and there was a wreck in roughly that area. I'm not going to force the issue too much. If we don't find
I will
him,
keep
then
I will keep an
that's
eye out
fine.
for people working on something like that then, en route.
Thank you.
Very well.
Jir gives this deep bow to something that he at least personally considers a wise and mighty dragon.
Not technically a dragon, but sure.
There's
like
turtle dragons.
There are. Yes, there are.
There are turtle dragons, but it's also like okay, like definition wise, probably not, but like thematically,
Oh, sure.
yes.
Oh, no, sure. I get where you're coming from. Yes, there are dragon turtles, and they are terrifying.
Yes.
Fuck not with a dragon turtle. It will wreck your shit. I mean, it's a dragon. They tend to do that. All right. Well, Aatrox says that he can leave pretty much whenever, although the priest would like to have a little bit of time to at least, clear the area out for when he moves. He does tend to leave a bit of a wake. It's like we should warn the acolytes to leave the area a little bit. If you give us a little bit to do that, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, sooner is better, but
Oh, it won't take more than an hour or so, tops. If that's all right.
Entirely fine.
Good. Great. Yeah, we'll yeah. So you'll be back within a week then, Aatrox. Yes, you wish to have a ceremony. I promised the abbot I would be here for it, so I will. Oh, good, great. Thank you, great and wise Aatrox. He will be disappointed to not have your evening conversations with you for the next few days, but he will understand. Good. Very well, my friends. You might as well embark now, and we'll be heading out as soon as they've cleared the area.
I have no objections.
Yes.
Good to go.
You actually overhear one of them saying, "We should probably let the Marines know that the Aatrox will be leaving, so that they don't freak out that again."
What's the fun in that? They should be
Keep them on their toes.
Surprise!
Ah, it's another kaiju. No, it's the same kaiju. God damn it!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh my God,
All
it's
right.
Gamera. No, it's not Gamera. He's not flying through the air.
Oh, it's
Just
water
let
Gamera. What? That's not a thing.
Do you not know the stance of this turtle towards children?
But we're not children.
Oh, in that case.
You
Just
gave away the
claim
game.
your orphans. That works, right?
Anywho.
Sorry, I had to work at Pirates of Penzance reference in. At any rate. Time passes, and eventually area's cleared out, and you embark, and Aatrox leaves. Cameron, yeah, you have to hold on, but the sensation is, wow, his movement through the water is very smooth, and okay, things are going very quickly, very rapidly. Through seemingly very little effort on his part. But, those gigantic, huge flippers do, generate a bit of forward force.
They get the job done.
Yep.
Whee!
Whoosh.
All right. Is that the worst way to travel?
It is decidedly damp. You can even argue moist. Actually, it's just flat out wet, but,
I was gonna say it's like, no, it isn't.
It's just flat out wet, but I like understatement sometimes.
So it's like that one SeaWorld ride, except we're actually underwater.
Yes.
This will be like I'm pretty sure at this point Injir would be filling the details. Except Injir is using the water breathing amulet and thus cannot actually speak underwater.
Cameron's just sort of like hold on and just try to relax. The large scimitar he has is probably not hot to the touch.
It is
at
not.
This point,
No, it is
Peter.
very much not.
Yeah, I figured.
By the way,
I'm
Eric,
gonna-
Eric,
Yes.
your Bob's just a Glix.
Yeah. What?
I'm getting a really weird, itchy feeling from that thing that your friend has.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just, it just gives me an itchy feeling.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I have no idea. Just be careful around it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And also, yeah, don't get into like a sparring match and have me parry it. I'd rather not touch it.
That's kind of a big deal there, Bob. You love hitting things.
I know, and it just there's just I don't know why I don't want to touch it is the thing, and that's really weirding me out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think definitely eats gods. So does that mean it eats demons too?
I don't know. Did it eat a god?
No, it stabbed a god.
Not necessarily the same thing.
I mean, it is for you.
Yeah, but I'm a demon.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I like eating things. That thing is very clearly not like sentient. At least I don't think it is. At least I hope it isn't.
Oh, sweet! If it's sentient weapon. Yeah. No, just kidding. Anyways,
Like, if that actually killed a god and it was sentient, that's a little creepy. Is all I'm going to say. I don't think it is though.
Killed like parts of gods.
Again, I'm not a sword. I'm a demon.
All right, yeah.
It's different. Come on, man. It's different. You know it's different, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're a meat cleaver. No, I get it, man. I understand the difference. It's just, I gotta.
Stupid freaking hag.
Yeah, she sucks. Everyone agrees she sucks. She is the worst.
Anywho, yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. Just figured I mentioned that.
Yeah. I'll keep you in like that weird like pocket thing that
'Kay.
you're hang out in.
Okay, good. I didn't know I could feel itchy. That's really weird.
That is weird.
As you said, I'm a cleaver. I shouldn't be able to feel itchy.
Yeah, I mean, part of the deal is like you get all the sensations that I get, so you have any sensations.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you're itchy is weird.
Very, very, very weird.
as a side note, Peter,
Yes.
I have basically what I did is I made a to explain what I've done. I've made a item. I just called it the Puro Slayer, name unknown.
Okay.
I just made a longsword and just added finesse as a weapon property to it.
That works perfectly.
And
Yes.
then that way I can have and then if there's other properties, we could add it later.
Yes, absolutely. That is in fact what I was going to basically suggest. Perfect.
Yeah, so
I'll say this. Yes, it has other properties.
of course it does.
Eric is correct. it did kill a god that had some effect on it.
I listen, Peter. All I'm saying is that you presented me with a weapon, and I'm just like, I'm gonna steal the weapon.
I'm not surprised you did. It was totally not a plot hook at all.
Sweet.
At any rate, as time passes, you eventually, Aatrox says, "Aha! I think I've spotted something. I'm going to veer off to starboard." You feel the turtle bank slightly.
Tito knows what that actually means.
Mm-hmm.
And prepares herself appropriately.
Cameron will refuse
eventually,
to repair it.
Yes. Eventually, you see off in the distance what looks like a group of merfolk working around a ship that's about halfway up from halfway between the surface and the bottom, and is going up very slowly. The merfolk have all stopped and are basically, you can't see it, but it's very clear they're all staring agog at what's approaching what's approaching at a much slower pace now. You can tell that Aatrox has slowed down.
On one last side question, Peter, from a technical standpoint, should I make the weapon require attunement or no?
Yes.
Okay, I will change that property about it right now. Then,
yes, you can't use what it can do without attuning, beyond it being a sword.
Yeah. And Cameron has not attuned it to it yet.
More accurately, you can't intentionally use what it does without attuning to it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, you notice Aatrox sort of comes coasting in. You see a bunch of very surprised-looking merfolk. You can hear, I'm not going to make anyone roll for this, but those of you who can hear underwater, can hear from Acito specifically mostly, can hear someone shouting from off the distance, "What the hell's that?"
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, it was your Cito?
Hi.
It's good to see it, but what? Who? That's large.
Oh, yes. I happened to find the great stone turtle from the fairy tales.
Yeah. Oh, he's real. Neat.
Yeah.
Huh.
A gentleman and a scholar.
Cool.
And a good ride too.
1 second. You guys, might as well just take a break, grab a bite, something, go relax. It's about time for a break, anyways. I'm gonna go talk to my daughter.
Pull up a kelp roll.
Speaking of a break, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
So, what brings you out here on the back of a giant stone turtle, huh?
Well, we were on our way to a monastery, but I wanted to actually stop off and relay some news.
Ah, okay.
You know those old bastards from the yada yada shipping company?
Those fuckers, yeah.
Well, they were running a slave ring, and
They were running a what now?
They were running a slave ring.
Huh.
It has gone up in actual fire. I was involved, and so we are kind of keeping a little bit of a low down on the moment.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
That's fair. They were running a slave ring, and it burned down.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the one who set fire to it, but I certainly was not in a hurry to put it out.
Fair.
I wonder if Cameron's an earshot.
Sure, you can be.
Cameron's just gonna do a little thumbs like this guy sort of thing when talking about when the fire gets brought up, just in the background.
Aha. Well,
funsies.
I can't say I'd have complaints about them being out of business because they were right fuckers.
Certainly put some context to some of the nonsense they were trying.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of things that make sense looking back at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Fuck. Shit, that puts some of their deals they had running with in Cardul making a bit more sense too.
Right, and yeah, evidently that ambassador that rolled in the last year, he was involved with that. He's also dead now. This happened prior.
Okay. Well,
once again, not me.
Okay. Huh. Well, that means we'll be getting a new ambassador at some point then.
Right. So yeah, once you're done with this job, I imagine there's probably going to be questions in some respect, given, the history between them and us. And I was, you
were in the vicinity.
I was observed at the site.
Fair enough.
I'm back.
Good to know. I imagine your mother and I will be able to handle it.
I have the complete confidence. Just didn't want you to get a surprise.
Oh, yeah. I assume you told your mother, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, good. All right, well, yeah.
How's this job going?
Actually going reasonably well. The ship was in less damage than we thought it was, so it should be able to get it up into the surface reasonably intact without too much
That's
work.
good.
It's good. We're just taking it slow just to be safe, but you know,
Understandable. There's
Yeah.
no reason to rush.
yeah. Unless you're in a rush, you want to have lunch?
How's everyone feeling?
Bloop bloop.
There's just a thumbs up from Cameron. It's just like,
Right, surface dwellers. I would love to provide you all food too, but don't have an air dome. Can you eat with those bubble things on?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've put that to the test.
A-Truck says, nope. That won't work. They might be able to drink. So if you had like a slurry or something.
I could drink once.
I'm just imagining like one of those like twisty straws is like that works.
I will note that for some reason, everyone who's wearing one does not feel you've noticed that you haven't felt like you've gotten any hungrier since you put it on, and it's been a while. Which feels a little weird.
That is a little weird.
Into your stomach growls.
Yes. Injure could eat something so he doesn't have the bubble around his head.
This is true.
Well, let's have if you don't mind, I'd like to have like to just chat about a few things since I haven't seen you in a little while, Sito, and unless you have to be run
to it if no one else does.
Are you in a huge? Are you? Do you need you guys get? Well, I mean, you do have limited air supply there.
Bloop.
Tell you what. How fast do you? I really got to get back to work in a little bit anyway, so if you guys can wait like maybe 15, 20 minutes just so I can have a quick chat with my daughter. Because I do have to get back to work.
I don't
Various
think that'll deter us
affirming
too much.
gestures.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cameron does like the tapping his fist on his chest sort of vibe. You try to go through various Warrior of Light emotes here. Okay, I gotta find
Praise the sun.
Wrong light.
wrong light, but
All right.
Wait a minute, that looks like the Carlton dance.
At least no one's flossing. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a quick chat. You talk about things with your dad. Mostly sort of similar conversation that you had with your mom, except more about other stuff. He said, I'm glad to see you, sweetie, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself out there and have fun. May your adventures continue to be interesting. But in the good way, not the historical curse way.
Oh, I've no doubt they'll be interesting in some respect. That's for certain.
Fair. All right. Tell you what. Hang on. He basically says, "I'll be right back." So he swims down somewhere, rummages around in a bag, comes back, and hands you something. And says, "I've been hanging on to this for a while. It's a good luck charm I've had for years. I don't really need it. You might."
Does Sita recognize this? She probably does.
Yes, it's something it is very clearly something your mom made. It's a bracelet basically that your mom made. It's very clearly something your mom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mom made this for you.
Yes. She's made several of them for me.
Fair enough.
He holds up a wrist with another one around his wrist. I always carry them with me, and just in case, like, I forget, like, you know how forgetful I am sometimes. Like, I'll put something down and forget where it is. Yeah, so this makes sure I always can have one to put on. I've got 2 more in the bag, so.
Fair enough. All right, thank you.
I love you, hon, and be safe.
You too.
All right. You all, good luck, and may your adventures be successful. Right, I gotta get back to work.
Thumbs up.
Cameron background is silently motioning for Glix to put something else on his head now, for some reason. Anyways,
All right, you lot.
I will put anything vaguely hat-like on my head. Yes.
All right, you lot. Back to work. We gotta get. We don't have all day to get to. We don't have all day on this. Well, we've got a ways more to go. Let's get this thing. Keep this thing going up without it breaking. At which point your journey resumes.
And
yeah, is there anything you wish to discuss on Turtleback, or is there
I
anything?
feel like having a conversation would be kind of difficult with them right now.
It would be. At any rate, you arrive. I just wanted to check if you wanted to try.
Cena, would you like to have a one-sided conversation with anyone?
Glub, glub.
Here, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do this again.
All right. You arrive towards the shore. You eventually do get to shore side. It has been a long trip. Injir, you are feeling kind of hungry. But you are approaching the entrance to the moon pool. You recognize this. It is a big entrance, and now you begin to understand why part of the reason why it might be so large, Injir.
Yeah.
Because it very looks like Aatrox can actually fit through it. It's like, oh. Huh. Yes, there are a couple of guards who look very surprised to see Aatrox swimming up to it, but, you know, they're not equipped to stop basically a kaiju, so they sort of let it sort of swim in. It's like, huh.
They just look, it's like, hey, we cool?
It doesn't seem to be attacking. It's not actually a dragon turtle. It's like, there was a bit of panic. Is that a dragon turtle? No, it's not. It's just a turtle. A turtle made of rock. Huh.
Wait a minute.
Rock turtle?
That's how I imagine every, like, member of the temple sounds now. Rock.
Anyways, Aatrox sort of surfaces into the surface of the moon pool, and there is too much consternation as everyone's going, what is that? Who?
Injir obviously, like, just kind of stands up and is, like, trying to make sure he's the first person they see, so they don't immediately imagine this is, like, some kind of attack.
Yes, they're like, oh, wait. He looks, that one looks, actually, one of the guards goes, oh, it's Injir.
back already, huh?
Weren't expecting you. You all wait here. And wait, did the turtle? Wait, Injir, did you bring outsiders?
Oh, Injir, back from your journey of discovery already, huh? What, did you find something interesting?
We'll get to that.
We saw a giant turtle.
This seems like, yeah.
Yes.
So, but Injir basically said, so, how many outsiders did you bring?
Well,
Enough.
Enough, yeah.
he goes to say 4, and he's like, oh, right, Aatrox, 5. And he motions down to the giant turtle they came on.
Yeah, okay.
Glix goes,
Right.
Oh.
You wait there. I'm going to go let people know that, yeah, we've got visitors. There are a bunch of guards who are all sort of like, very clearly like, we've got weapons. We're not going to actively threaten the giant stone turtle, but, huh.
At this point, Injir kind of like turns to the others, like, okay, they're going to want me to report what's happened, and I have no idea how this is going to go down.
There's just a big shrug from Cameron there. Just
Friendly unless otherwise necessary.
Yes, I don't expect this to get violent, but we don't usually have a lot of outsiders here. Usually you have to go through this whole thing from the surface, going down, get past a puzzle, take the elevator, then there meet gates.
Are we gonna have to change like the level of the water inside of that place in order to get to some of the areas for the puzzle? Is that a thing that you all do?
Like that was
Wait.
the original
I
design.
know how to get us down here. Dun, 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 dun.
You find you have no ocarina.
Aww.
Ah,
All right,
Well, that's
it's-
fine. It works if it's any kind of instrument, right?
I
Look,
got
she
these,
played it on the harp.
Listen, I got these like adamant type boots I picked up when no one was looking. I can just I'm fine.
Right, so if you put them on, then you'll sink. But while you're carrying them around, then you're just floating. So.
Well, they're magic.
is this giant sword I fought a shadow clone of myself that doesn't seem very good count for anything?
The giant shadow clone. You should use the hammer. It's way easier.
All right. So shortly thereafter, a group, some more guards, some more sort of guardy types show up, led by a tall, imposing female dragonborn, red dragonborn.
You'd just be like, oh fuck.
Hang on, I need to look something up here before I say anything.
I will say that this thing that Cameron's had to wear has been doing wonders for his hair, at least. You know, it's just keeping it
Go
going.
and tally all the names on this document real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up. Is you gave me names. I want to make sure I use them.
All right, Ash. Nice.
There we go. I got it. Yes.
The preparation that doesn't happen.
Yep. She strides forward, looks directly at Ingir. Ingir, you seem to have returned early.
It's Ingir is like it. Ingir knows he should be very dragon-like at this moment, but even he's just kind of like doesn't want to look her directly in the eye. He's like, Master Kava, yes, we needed to come here for a thing, but my task is complete.
Is it now? Fascinating.
Kalia leans over to the others and just goes, "What the fuck is going on?"
Huh?
By the way, you're no longer underwater. By the way, just
Oh, okay.
You can
Taking those off.
It occurs to you. Wait, we're not underwater right now. I mean, you're underwater, but not underwater.
I just missed that detail.
Yeah, I didn't make that clear. I didn't make it clear. I just really. Oh wait, you're not actually.
Yeah, the structure is underwater. The atmosphere is not submerged.
I did not mention that.
Cameron will just Kali just like she's giving like big like commanding officer sort of vibes right now, but I don't want to interfere with this.
Ingir quickly motions to the others. It's like, friends, this is Master Kava, head of the Martial Arts Academy. She's one of the leaders
Friends,
here.
you have friends. Excellent. Well done.
Ooh.
All right, seriously.
Wow, so you're a bitch, huh?
I mean, okay, it's okay if he says that. Like Kalia is like in the process of like
just say it, but I was like, I see she's the master of something.
The second you say that, that alarm sound from Kill Bill starts going off.
Glix, you have not had someone stare death at you quite like this in some time.
Wow.
I'm giving her my best sawtooth grin.
It appears that we have committed a faux pas by arriving unannounced, and for this we apologize. But I assure you that there is a good reason for us to be here.
Huh. An outsider with
Let us
manners.
not get off
That's
on
something.
the wrong foot.
They seem to be in short supply around here. That's for sure.
all right, Glix. He's gonna like. Kalia's going to kind of like.
We're all impressed with your witty repartee.
Well, Anyways, Injir, since you are back and claim to have completed your task, you will have to make a report. I'm sure the abbot will love to hear what you have to say.
Yes.
Not that it is my particular place, but I must inquire, is Injir in any particular trouble?
If he's completed his task, of course not. But we do need to hear what he has found out and what he's accomplished.
Certainly.
And there are
That
other
stands to
reasons. There are
reason.
other reasons he'd be welcome back here if you hadn't finished that. If he'd just come back early for other reasons, of course, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Anyways,
Ash, has Injir told us like in detail what he was on the journey for? I'm sorry, I forget.
Jir has mentioned it to Sito, and
Okay.
basically what to his understanding, or at least as he was told, he was sent out to investigate some errors between modern maps of the gates and ancient ones, because their locations should be static, but comparing the maps seemed like they shifted over time.
Ah.
Mhm.
So they basically sent Injir out because otherwise it would be like a two-person job. You'd have to send somebody to protect a scholar, and then you'd have to have the scholar to do it, and he's just kind of the weird person who could actually do both things.
This sounds like it's going to be great for Cameron when they're like, well, how do you know? It's like, well, he knows.
I mean, here,
We were sent to an unmapped island, so
anyways, so you're back, and you have brought a very large turtle with stone. Wait,
Yes, Master Kava. I wish to introduce you to Aatrox the Mighty. He just bows to the great stone turtle.
greetings and salutations, Master Kava. You get the impression Kava's this is the first time you've seen Kava actually caught off guard in quite some time.
Yeah, it's like,
She's sort of,
humility.
Oh,
How dare you make me experience this?
listen, it's like, oh, look. You've been making friends. Ain't that precious?
Aatrox. One of them is Aatrox, the legendary.
what?
The legend.
The moment you
But yeah,
realize
she says, all right. Oh, great and wise Aatrox, I'm most honored to make your acquaintance. If there's anything that our humble temple can provide, let us know, and we will seek to do so. I think the moon pool would be the most comfortable place for you to stay if you so choose. It is large enough to be a good, decent accommodation. Yes, most excellent. Thank you. Injir. Anyways, Injir. I need to discuss things with the council and the abbot and the elders to set up a meeting for you to make your presentation. We can make accommodation for your compatriots. I assume that they are tied into your investigations in some way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have brought them, correct?
Yes, they are all intricately involved in the happenings that have occurred since I've left the temple.
Very well. Then
The monastery.
simple courtesy would indicate that we should provide accommodations, but it is good to know that there is good and proper reasons in addition to simple courtesy. Very well, we will arrange accommodations for all of you then. Injir, you may stay in the bunk room where you before, if you so choose, or you could stay in the quarters with your friends. Your choice.
Injir looks at his friends. I'll probably be staying with my friends, but I may pop down into my cell at some point.
Very good.
Tito is going to raise a brow at the at Injir referring to like his quarters as his cell.
Monks live in cells. This is a thing.
Yeah.
That is
That's
true.
the thing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Tito doesn't know that.
That's fair, and that is fair. You wouldn't actually.
Yeah, this is why
He's kind of very not a monk.
this is why the things that make up your body are called human cells too.
I thought they were called that because they held life prisoner.
Oh, they do that as well.
At any rate, Very well. Welcome back to the temple. I did not say so earlier, and I should have. I apologize. But welcome home, Injir.
Injir actually just does his best to just not push things further, gives her a very deep bow, and waits for her to leave.
With that, she sketches a shorter bow, pivots, and walks out. The various other the other monks sort of gesture for you all to debark and to lead you on into the temple. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week.
Whew.
All right.
Because I think it's an excellent break point.
Can I make one in-character
Absolutely.
comment while none of the hosts are listening?
Sure.
So is she why you want to be a dragon?
Injir's just kind of like you see his body like tense up. You see his fist kind of like clench, and he's like, "Yes."
I understand.
And that's where we're going to end it.
Give her a bit of a haircut if you like, right underneath the neck.
Backlicks, no murder.
Not murder, it's grooming. We're removing something very ugly.
I appreciate the fact that when Injir came home, he thought he was going to be the person in the biggest amount of trouble, and now Glix is just kind of taking the ball and run off with it.
There was payoff. See, there's been payoff to their conversation already. Yeah.
Yep, kinda, yeah.
Well played, Glix. At any rate, that's where we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for everybody who's listening. We hope you enjoyed it. If you're listening to us live on Twitch, I hope you enjoyed. If you're listening to YouTube, hi, YouTube.
YouTube.
If you enjoyed, like, share, subscribe, throw us a comment. We love all this stuff. We record live on Saturday afternoons, usually starting around 2 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/MechaGM. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next time, maybe next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See?